She was awesome at William & Mary. I mean, obviously as an athlete, she was incredible. I played behind her in the midfield and got to serve her balls, and she scored a ton of goals for us. She was always a great partner, whether we were sitting in the caf for hours or studying together in our English classes. Anything we did was always fun.
A very lovable individual, and she's someone who's really made all of us here at William & Mary incredibly proud.
I think the evolution of her career has been, nothing short of amazing. I think she always had the coach in her. Her dad was one of the most dynamic coaches I've ever learned from, and she really is so much like him.
She had a choice to make between staying in a job that was well paid, but she wasn't particularly in love with it, and becoming a part-time soccer coach for a meager amount, and she had to make a choice to stay where she was or go for her dream, and she chose to go for her dream, and now she's a world champion. Incredible.
And along each step of the way, you could just see her her passion and her ability to be in the public and all those kinds of things just grow and grow and grow to the point where it's not a surprise that she's coaching the national team and the Olympic team.
Well, one of the really important aspects of a coach is building team chemistry, and Jill did a remarkable job of blending those young players in, keeping players like Abby Wambach and Christy Rampone, and she managed that, which I thought was a tremendous achievement.
She is at the pinnacle of her career in a sport that's gaining massive popularity in the US, but she did something that very few people will ever do in their lifetime, and I think that there's a real appreciation of that amongst everybody, and she's been a phenomenal role model for so many people around the world and our college.
She's still a very, very level-headed individual. She's got her priorities right. She's part of a wonderful family. We're just incredibly proud of everything that she's achieved and will continue to achieve.
This program has been so successful. It's won Olympic gold medals. It was ranked #1 in the world when I took it over. But we hadn't won a World Cup in a long time. So to make the decision to step into this environment, knowing that you're going to have 30 million people looking at you, 30 million opinions, half of them criticizing you, you have to just kind of internalize and rely on the things that you know and you believe in. And so I think that's allowed me to be bold, because I had a great education that allowed me to sit in a room and speak to soccer players, parents, business people, CEOs. That education helped me feel comfortable in that environment. And so I think, a bold, living bold is something that I will be sharing with the graduates, because I think that is something that you should embrace and not live ever wondering or doubting, but taking that leap and getting it done.